Well, Craig, your first competitive game in charge of the club. It's actually 4 months since we announced you as manager. How did to the day. How did you feel it went?
I thought it was good in patches, but it was too patchy for our liking. But I think taking the positives out of the game, we was very good defensively. We didn't fold under the pressure, and we didn't concede. So a point and a clean sheet, something to build on. But none of the boys will be happy in terms of the performance today.
At half-time, presumably you had a conversation about how things went. There was a marked improvement to me second half. Did you feel that too?
Oh yeah, for sure. Listen, sometimes that's what half-time allows you to do, right? So you have to recollect your thoughts. You have to make sure that we're prepared to go out for what is about to come in the second half as well. And the boys did well in the second half. We nullified their threats, I thought. We just needed to be a bit better on the ball. And if we got into some nice spaces, but that final little bit of detail and or receiving the ball to be able to progress up the pitch was just missing today. So if we get that right, there are loads of positives to take out of that, because the boys are in the right areas. Now it's just around upping the quality in those moments.
Defensively, as you mentioned, really strong today. I mean, not just the 4 defensive players, probably as a unit, wasn't it?
Yeah, I thought they were excellent. The comms sounded good from what we could hear from the sideline, and they stayed together. It's not easy playing against a team like that want to put it into their forward so often. Listen, he's big, he's powerful, he gets people round him, etc. But they didn't fold, and the amount of corners that they dealt with or balls into the box that they dealt with, where we either won first contact or we were there or thereabouts on the second phase, we did really well in keeping the ball out of the net. So really pleased. They should be pleased as a back four as well.
Your team selection today, obviously nearly all the fans would have tried to guess a team selection today. What were the hardest decisions to make?
Oh, they're all difficult. Do you know why? The boys are honest enough to kind of put the work in the week to be up for selection. And that's what we want. We want to make sure that the environment's competitive, so no one's shirt's safe, and they have to perform to keep their shirt. So it's always a tough decision making, the choice for the starting 11 or who's not in the squad, because there's boys not in the squad today as well. But we try to just be as honest as we can, but they're putting in the graft. It's just about the gel now.
Yeah, and I suppose it's also as well, just because you haven't started doesn't mean you're not involved. You changed the 4 forward players at various points in the game today as well. That made an impact too.
Yeah. We've got a relatively small squad, so players can play in multiple positions. Depending on what the game's telling us, we'll adapt to what we feel is best for trying to win the game. So it's difficult, but the boys will stay on task, and they will make sure that they put the graft in to try and get their shirt. And then when they do get the opportunity to do that, they need to keep it. So it's a really good group.
There was some talk, and some of the players, not necessarily making the matchday squad, might go out and get game time at other clubs. Has that happened? Was anybody playing for anyone else today?
So we've got young Mackenzie, that was part of the youth team. He's gone out to Crowborough at the moment. Ben, unfortunately, is injured himself before going out on loan, but he'll be going in. Ben Mundell will be going into Lewis, and we'll be looking for 1 or 2 more for some of the other boys that are not involved.
Just tell us what you thought of the atmosphere today. It was really moving, wasn't it? Before kick-off, wasn't it?
It was excellent. So I see some of the young fans a couple of weeks ago, and they told me that they were bringing and doing and making something for me, and it was really breathtaking, to be fair. I didn't expect it. There was loads of balloons and stuff out there, so they wanted to celebrate a new beginning, it makes everybody feel welcome. So really honoured and proud to be able to step out and manage our first game in front of this crowd, and I think we breached the 1,000 mark, which is great, and then we just want to try to grow that even more. So it was really humbling, actually.
Yeah, very special day for you as well. I mean,
for sure.
Bearing in mind, it was April that you appointed 9 pre-season games. This is the first time we fought for a point. You won your first point as Tonbridge manager. When you woke up this morning, what was the feeling going through your head?
We need to win. Listen, sometimes being in this position, you don't get time to rest, right? Your mind's always going. And I felt like we had enough to do it. It was a shame that we didn't execute to the way we planned, to be able to give us more chances to be in front of goal, because I think in the first half we created a lot of opportunities. It was just that final little bit, and once we get that right, I feel we'll be really good. So looking forward to just putting more graft in to make sure that we have a successful season this year.
Brilliant. Thanks for talking to us.
Cheers, man.